This don't sound lame here, but I don't like that, y'all. Let me find something else. Let me see what they're talking about right here. Let's see this one right here.
Introducing Public Lands, a new kind of outdoor store that.
I can't do that commercial because I'm like a little famous now, so I got to get permission. What's up, y'all? Let me see what this sounds like right here. Yo, welcome to Bandwidth, everybody. Thank y'all for tuning in. Look, let's get at least 1,000 people on tonight. Yeah. Oh, well, they drip. I'm about to fly on them, boy. I'm about to line them up, boy. All right. Yo, shouts out to Kingdom Travel. Tonight's episode is sponsored by Kingdom Travel. Kingdom Travel meets all your travel needs, specializing in staycations. I'm watching y'all. Family, couple cruises, and group trips, destinations, weddings, and honeymoons. Kingdom Travel will find you the best rates and deals for your travel. Payment plans are also available. All services are free to book. It ain't free to go, but you can book it for free. But don't miss out on your chance to get the Kingdom experience. We do the work so you don't have to. For inquiries, follow at Kingdom_Travel22. That's at Kingdom_Travel22. Shouts out to Kingdom Travel. Let go. What's up, everybody? But I like that one. That was funky there now. Hold on. Y'all do me a favor, like, share, and tag, y'all. Welcome to Bandwidth, man. Hope you had a great Monday. There you go. There you go. I'm from Albany, Georgia, 229, the Dirty South, man. Shouts out to the 229. East Side daughter, how you heard me by 12 o'clock a.m. Who got the flavor? Y'all call in if you want to freestyle on him, boy. Y'all call in, boy. 404 Bandwidth. Shouts out to who got the flavor. Yeah, who got the flavor? Gabriel got that flavor. Who got the flavor? Gabriel got that flavor. Who got the flavor? Gabriel got that flavor. Go ahead and kick your flow and let them all know. I said, boy, this boy about to drip on them, boy. But let me. Yo, what's up, everybody? Boy, your boy lit, man. Man, I'm excited. Hello. What's up, y'all? Y'all speak to your boy. Let's see who's on tonight. What's up, y'all? I can't see anybody. Let me see. I retire. What's up, y'all? Boy. Shouts out to the 229, man. Kingdom Travel, what's up? Thank y'all for sponsoring tonight's show. Hey, can y'all do me a favor? Could you all go ahead and subscribe? Hit that subscribe button. Y'all subscribe. Y'all subscribe. Y'all support your boy, man. What's up? Where y'all at, man? Where are you watching from? I remember when I called in to I was a kid and I called in to Who Got the Flavor, y'all? Because I was trying to be a rapper. I was like a teenager, and so they did the whole thing. I called on the radio station. They're like, "Hey, yo, who there?" I was like, "My name Gabriel." Where you from? I'm from Auburn and Daughter High. All right, what you gonna do? I'm gonna rap my gospel rap for y'all. All right. So, all right, you do gospel? I'm like, yeah. All right, kick something. So they're like, who got the flavor? I said, Gabriel got the flavor. Who got the? I said, Gabriel got the flavor. Who got the? I said, Jesus got the. They were like, go ahead and get your flow and let them on out. I was like, 1, 2, buckle my shoe. 3, 4, the devil at the door. 5, 6, he in the mix. 7, 8, shake, shake, shake. All right. That was my teenage flow. What? Boy, I was serious about Jesus, boy. Oh my God. Oh my God. Boy, I'm about to, I swear, I almost passed out, dog. Oh my God. Chris, you heard that part? 1, 2, buckle my. I was about 15, dog. Man, what's up, man? Oh my God. What's up, y'all? Yo, welcome to Bandwidth, man. Man, let's have a good time tonight. Hope y'all are well. Man. So look, what's going on right now in the world? A lot of stuff. Oh, this is what I need to let you all know. Did y'all go to church yesterday? If you did, what did the preacher talk about? Secondly, I need you all to go ahead, and I'm not gonna get into it right now, but I do want us to go ahead and prepare to you can Encounter Atlanta is a place where you can register to vote if you are not registered. We're doing that every single Sunday, I think, because we're preparing for early voting. All right. Yeah, let's do that. And we'll do, matter of fact, I'm going to be doing segments for the next few Mondays about voting. It won't consume the show, but we will be talking about early voting, and we will be talking about why we vote. We will be talking about the importance of voting. Y'all know me, man. I'm an advocate for making sure we destroy corrupt systems. And so I believe that you cannot you don't really have a voice until you're really involved, until you have some level of knowledge about what's going on. So I'm not an advocate for voting doesn't work. I'm not for that. That's not my thing. I ain't with the ignorance. All right. I'm for empowerment. So I want to use my platform to help empower our people. All right. And so what we're going to do is we've made Encounter Church Atlanta a location where you can go ahead and register to vote if you're not registered to vote. All right. You can do that. And if you're not registered, it's nothing to be ashamed about. Hey, that's why you can register, and you can do it at Encounter Atlanta, 4209 Northeast Expressway, Doraville, Georgia, 30340 is the address. Man, it's a dope church. All right. Yeah. What else is going on? I will say this though. I am voting for Stacey Abrams. I am. I'm just telling you right now. I ain't tell you to do it. I'm just telling you who I'm voting for. I am doing it. All right. I am doing it. So yeah, man. What else is going on in the world today? But hey, what y'all think about Kanye, dog? What y'all feel about Kanye? He did the White Lives Matter. Yo, man. I just think I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if he's I don't know. I don't know. If he came to Encounter, we would know. If he came to Encounter around about starts around 2. Around 2 o'clock p.m. on a Sunday, we'll know. Oh boy, if he get the itching, if he get the yawning and coughing, we Encounter gonna know what's up. And boy, you in the perfect place. Boy, what? We goes in, right? But we're praying for the man of God. All right. Oh yeah, I went to Washington. I went to Washington, D.C. Oh yeah, man. I went to Washington, D.C., man. That was dope. I took a group of people, man. Some dope people went and performed for the National Black Caucus Convention, Gospel Extravaganza. Yeah, man. That was dope. Shouts out to Congressman Stanford Bishop for allowing us to come and inviting us. Phenomenal. Yeah, phenomenal. All right. And yeah, I am supporting him too. I am supporting him. I ain't say you got to. I'm just telling you who I'm supporting. There's no call me about, don't text me about nothing. They don't, I don't want to hear that. No, I don't want to hear that. All right. I'm telling you who I'm supporting. All right. Yeah, so that was dope. And you all know my primary job and occupation is a pastor, and I love doing that. And I have some phenomenal members. They have birthdays on the same day. Shouts out to Minister Salvador Powell, and shouts out to Minister Jessica Jeter. Happy birthday to you all. Happy birthday. Let me see if I can find me a little song about that. No, I want to get shut down. I want the YouTube to close. So happy birthday to you. I don't know that song. I just know that part. All right. Happy birthday to y'all. I love y'all so much. I love the both of them dearly. Can y'all tag them and say happy birthday? All right. I'm a cash app y'all too. All right. Love you all. What else, man? I think that's about it. Listen, y'all. So tonight is going to be interesting. I have some guests here with me. What's up, y'all? Can I hear y'all? What up, man? Don't call me down on the show. Y'all can't do that, man. Hey, pastor. Y'all can't, man. You're messing it up. That ain't the vibe, bro.
Like, really?
That ain't the vibe.
How you doing, Dr. Gabe?
Thank you. I'm good, man. Chilling, holding down for the 99-2000. You heard me?
Yes,
Man, thank y'all for coming. Y'all, I should put the camera on y'all, but both of y'all look like bums.
No, sir.
Whoa, Brandy, what's up with your hair, man? What's up with your hair?
Her hair looks
What's
good.
up with your hair, Chris?
Oh my God.
Your hair is short.
Her hair is cute.
Brother.
What? Cute. We like the vibe.
Brother.
She looks cute. I just want to let you know, sir, I get really sensitive when you call me sir and brother.
Man, I'm sorry about that, but I ain't. So yeah, man. Man, thank y'all for coming on the show. I wanted to change the vibe up a little bit. You feel? I want to kind of get that little Breakfast Club vibe going on. You feel me? You understand what I'm saying? But y'all good? How y'all doing? Y'all working hard?
Working hard. Father.
Any good news going on with y'all?
God is faithful.
Satan sika badose ko shanta. Y'all speaking
Not
tongues?
singing tongues.
Yes, sir.
Brandy doesn't.
I've never heard you speaking tongues, Brandy.
I've heard her speaking tongues one time.
Hit that by so cool.
Oh, you heard that one? You been practicing that?
Wait a minute.
You been practicing that?
Wow.
Man,
It was ready to come out.
You speaking tongues every day?
Yeah.
That's
Really?
powerful.
15 minutes a day. I
That's
really
powerful.
feel comfort from speaking in my heavenly language. Like,
Wow.
sometimes words don't do it. Tongues
Oh,
always
yeah, that's
do.
true.
Wow,
That's
man.
powerful.
So, yeah.
Wow. And it was just so ready to come out.
Yeah, it came out like
I
real. It was
love
like,
that.
whoa. It was like
I
no
love
shame
that.
on that mug, but that thing was like,
Earlier,
that
I'm
thing
like,
was
it was
fluid.
It was a little
It was like your
wind,
second
too.
language. Like, it was like you
Yeah.
were born and raised like doing that. Wow.
So we thank you.
That's dope, man.
That is dope.
Chris, we know you do it, but yours is the same. Yours
No,
never
No, I
changes.
do it. I do not. I just
What is
do
it?
that. That's
Yeah, Ed and Abond, it never changes.
I don't
Man,
know.
you gotta
I
increase. You ain't a
have-
Christian.
I speak in
You ain't a
tongues.
Christian.
That's just like my,
It's your go-to.
yeah,
That's your
but in
favorite.
That's your
private,
comfort.
in private,
You go
me and
in.
God.
going in.
What?
Give us a little sample of
Nah,
something
that's
different.
just we gotta start
We ain't
playing
heard
worship
nothing else.
music. Then
Oh, you gotta like build up
I
to
gotta
it.
put my worship resting in the arms of Jesus, and then it comes out.
You
But
need
I
to
didn't- man,
yeah,
that's dope though.
thank you. Sir.
Look. So I wanted to the people they saying y'all need to hurry up.
Okay.
So look, man.
They talking about you. It's
I want to
coming.
read something to y'all, and I want to just kind of I just want to kind of get y'all's take on it. It was last minute because I have a whole segment here on my computer. But I just want to kind of make it a little generic and a little authentic because I was kind of concerned about this one, not from a judgmental perspective, but I just had a lot of questions. And of course, because I don't know these people, I couldn't ask them, but I did want to kind of get some input. So I'm gonna read something to y'all. Y'all let me know what you think. All right. Many of you may have heard or you may have seen this on social media, but it was sent to me. And I want to read it to you all. 1 month after y'all paying attention to me?
Yes, sir.
Because I ain't have to ask y'all to come on here.
Yes, sir. We are paying attention.
Y'all on your phone, not paying attention, not
I was
focused.
producing.
We are
sir.
literally working.
Now, I didn't put y'all on my
working.
platform,
Yes, sir.
invited y'all into my room,
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
and y'all ain't paying attention to what I was talking about. It's
yes,
just,
sir.
that's the problem with the world.
I was
Oh,
working.
wow.
That's the problem with the
We're
world today now.
literally like working.
We're working.
and talking
We
at the
working.
same
We
All right,
time.
so
working.
look. So let's just all right, watch this, y'all. So 1 month after we got married, my husband was fired from his job. We were newly married. Wedding was debt free, and we used the money we got in gifts to pay down student loans. That left us with a whooping $1,500 in our accounts between the two of us. 1,000 in mine and 500 in his. Fired with 500. Get this, y'all. Hold on. All right. Fired with 500 in his bank account. That left me with 1,000 in mine, but I still had a biweekly paycheck because I was working. I will never forget the day he was let go. It was not like a usual day. He barely spoke to me all day, and in the afternoon he texted. We have a rule. No important things are discussed by text. That's another post for another day. But I will never forget that text. Hey, babe, we need to talk. And it's not a text conversation. Can I call you right now? I knew this was serious, so I excused myself to talk. I excused myself to talk. I called him. Before I could utter a hello, he broke down and told me he got fired out of nowhere. He kept saying, I don't know what I'll do if you leave. If you leave. Give me time to find another job and provide. I had never seen him so afraid. He kept begging me to come home and that he would figure it out. I was baffled because leaving had never even crossed my mind. In my mind, as soon as I heard the fired, I started calculating how much overtime I could swing to carry us and our church mortgage. Oh yeah, my husband pastors a church. The whole idea that pastors steal money is wild. We were paying several of our church's bills because that's what you do when there's a need. Anyway, I told my manager I had an emergency at home and left. I came home to him crying, and I realized this deeply hurt him because he was used to providing and always had done so. Now a month later that was being snatched and things were about to get shaky. We would struggle a bit. However, never in my mind did I think about leaving. In fact, I got another job. For better or worse was imprinted on my soul. So we had dinner that night. We didn't have a kitchen table, so we sat on our pull-out couch and ate Wendy's. He said, "Babe, I know it doesn't seem like it right now, but we can come back from this. I just need a little time. Please just give me time." To which my question was obvious. How much time? He said he didn't know, but he gave me his word that it would happen, and my dream of being a stay-home wife would happen. Dreams are funny. Dreams are funny little things. They require work to become reality. And that's what we did. We worked together, and I never once spoke down to him. He just needed time and for me to trust. Fast forward, everything he promised, he made good on. The moral of this is that a man who loves his woman never forgets how she was there when he lost everything. When he is in the position to, he will later give her everything and more. I have a whole show right here. But for 15 minutes, I want to ask you what's your thoughts about that. Now I'm gonna start off and I'm gonna tell you when I first read the story, I didn't hear. And I want to preface by saying this: all of us, we see, hear, receive things out of the filter of our upbringing and our past experiences. We are the sum total of the people we've met, places we've gone, and the experiences that we've had. So we all, again, you all perceive things not from reality, but from our own personal reality. I think to get a proper perception of something, you have to ask questions. You cannot assume or presume. You have to be investigative, intuitive, if you will, to come up with a proper judgment of a particular circumstance. I think if a person knows it all without asking questions, I think it's ignorant. I think it's foolish, and I think it's dangerous. Think about it, you all. There are people who go to court every day, and their lives are on the line. They have a jury, and they have people to argue, and they have to sit down and investigate a case, because if in fact we don't have enough evidence, the lack of evidence can make or break a person's life. So I don't believe in assuming and just saying things like, well, I feel. So I'm going to communicate I'm going to tell you what I saw, felt, experienced when I read it. I did not, I think I was reading, but I think I stopped paying attention. Some powerful points in the story, for better or for worse. All of those things. I stuck by him. But there were some things that for me were quite alarming. The first thing was newly married. Okay. Nothing she said was wrong. My concern was what made him become so afraid to lose his wife after getting fired from a job. Like what happened in him that made him cry and say, come home quickly, and then beg, hey, yo, don't leave me. Just give me some time. There was the response of how much time that did get me. When he said, give me some time. And then she said, well, how much time? That kind of struck a nerve. And then the last part, when she said the moral of the story was this one, I didn't receive that. She said, fast forward, everything he promised, he made good on. The moral of this is that a man who loves his woman never forgets how she was there when he lost everything. When he is in a position to, he will later give her everything and more. Powerful. But I didn't get that. That didn't minister to me and say, oh yeah, Gabe, if you lose everything, if she's stuck by you, give her everything. I didn't get that. And I read a lot. And I hear a lot of stories. For me, I didn't get that. I got, here's what I got. I got the verification of this statistic. And you ready?
Mm-hmm.
I got the verification that men are 4 times more likely than women to kill themselves and 4 times more likely to be killed by someone else because of pressure.
Wow.
I got in 2019, the suicide rate for males was 3.7 times higher than females. And in a study done by Cambridge University Press, men had a higher level of suicidal intent than women. I got that this confirmed that for me,
Mm-hmm.
when I read it, I said, "Oh, this is a performance relationship."
Mm-hmm.
I don't know First Lady. She is a First Lady.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what church. Glory be to God. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I do know, I think for a man to be hysterical and say, and beg and say, don't leave me.
Yeah.
That was the one.
Yeah. He begged.
He said,
ran
don't
into
leave
my
me.
arms.
He said, don't leave me. I'm a, as to each his own, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I asked myself, what was said, what culture in the relationship has been created
Mm-hmm.
that makes him feel like if I go through a low time, there's a possibility
Mm-hmm.
that not she'll be disappointed, not that we may have to downsize.
Oh, you went to the lead.
The lead.
You overlooked downsizing.
Wow.
You overlooked. She may be disappointed. You overlooked. I know she's going to look. You overlooked who she gonna tell.
Right. You went straight to.
You went
Yeah.
straight to don't leave me.
Wow.
Oh, here's another one, y'all. Pay attention, y'all. We're not talking about based upon the story. We're not talking about 20 years of struggle.
Mm-mm.
We're talking about they were newlyweds. So in my mind, if we just got married, we're gonna work this thing out somehow, some way.
Right.
There is no, based upon the context of the conversation. Remember, when you don't explain it, all, you leave the reader with room and freedom to add their own interpretation. All right. To my knowledge, we don't see, she never said he has a habit of losing jobs.
Right.
So for us, we can assume, we can input that this is the first time he's lost a job.
Right.
And your first response, sir, is don't leave me. Here's my question to you all. Does society, when you all are in your sister circles and you're talking and your parents and your moms and all these things, is there a standard that you all have as it relates to the ability, you decide the man you're going to be with and marry based upon how much he can provide for you? Is which one is higher? Is the standard of his character is the standard of his character a factor, or is the standard of his pockets the main factor?
Wow.
Which is it? Honest, anybody?
That's interesting. I don't think growing up, I thought more of a man's character until recently, mainly in part because of you. But I was always taught to compare how my father and my grandfathers provided for us and don't settle for less. That was kind of what was always taught to me, to avoid some of the things that some of my other family members went through because of finances, and marrying the wrong person, making certain promises, couldn't keep them. You end up having gambling problems or drug problems, so all of your money is going to that, and those family members struggled. So the lesson was, the man that you marry needs to be equal or better to your fathers and your grandfathers and how in which they provide.
So are you saying equal or better character or provisional ability?
I'll say it came from a provisional ability, but it was in every area. I watched how my father treated my mother. Don't settle for anything less. He never beat her, never called her out her name, all of those things. So I think the emphasis on character has been, you've given that in the last couple of years for me, but it was never just finances. But I can say that was something that was discussed. Have your own, for one. Definitely have your own. Don't ever have to be solely dependent on a man. But at the same time, the man that you marry, equal or better to what the standard that your family has already set for you. If that, yeah.
Solid. Chris, what you think? And I want to ask this again, maybe in a different way. I want to say, from your experience, when women are together, are you all emphasizing his ability to provide, whether it's communicated as you saw because typically, y'all, let's just put it out there. When you all get together with one another and you say, girl, I'm dating somebody, y'all don't say, girl, for real, what's his integrity like?
Wait a minute. Listen.
That's the first question.
Look now, y'all are not asking, y'all, is he honest? Y'all ask, what does he do?
Yep.
What kind of car does he drive?
Yep. Where he live?
Yeah, I think my dynamic is a little different. I was raised by a man, so I think how I was raised, it was always character first. You can build with somebody. You need to be working on yourself first and foremost. So for me, character, my dad has always taught me, like, how is he? How does he act? How does he treat his family? Character first. And I think it depends on your environment too. I didn't really start thinking provision until I came into an environment where people were really talking about marriage and, a man should be this way, but I wasn't raised that way. And I think the friends that I have, money is good, but when you're building yourself as a woman, I don't know if your first thought is provision. You want it, it's a thing. You want a man to provide, but for me, character has always been first. And I'm learning provision, allowing a person to provide. I'm learning to be okay with a man even making more, because in my mind, I need to bring a lot to the table first, so that's always been my dynamic. But
that's because you were raised
by a man. Yes.
And a father is going to always make sure he tells his daughter that you need to be able to take care of yourself and not depend on a man.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not what society puts an emphasis on when it comes to a man.
That's absolutely true. I think society now is the pressure of what can you provide, and how long and how much can you give. I have brothers, so now I see the pressure even as they were growing up, like, oh, what am I going to get her for Christmas? What am I going to get her for her birthday? And I'm like, where does this pressure come from? You're in high school and you have to get a person a pair of Uggs, a necklace, or some Jordans, a bag. And they're younger than me. So I didn't come from that. I wasn't expecting my boyfriend, quote unquote, to do those things, but this is real. This is the world that we live in now. There is an extreme amount of pressure on men, even boys. Let me say boys, because that's where it starts, to provide and have a certain amount of money, for their, to provide for their family or their woman or whatever. But from the story, Dr. Gabe, the first thing I thought about was they just got married. So who wants to get married in front of all of these people, whatever their dynamic was, and then say, oh, sorry, I said this, but now I don't have a job. But then, you know, that was the first thing I thought.
Well, okay, to that. But marriage, you cannot dictate the storms of life after
Exactly.
marriage. We're talking about the concept of marriage. All of us understand the idea of marriage, that when we get married, there are going to be things that you have to go through. Now, we don't know if the things I think sometimes we think that trials and difficulties will come later on. We don't anticipate that trials will come right after marriage. But being a spiritual leader, counseling many people, I've seen people in the first few days, first few months, first few years have not difficult circumstances, but I'm talking about horrific and tragic circumstances, and you just got married. So I understand that life doesn't have a tribulation date. We're gonna wait until y'all been married 5 years and then we're gonna let all hell break loose. No, it don't matter. Life is life, right? So I think what I was trying to figure out is, in my mind, being the type of man that I am, I don't know if I would cry and wonder that I don't know if I would ever beg for a woman not to leave me because I lost my job. I don't think that's in me. Hey, please, I don't care.
Wait, how did he beg? Please.
Baby, I'm begging,
That's what you imagine when she said beg.
Like, wow.
It was a whole video, huh? Like the rain. It was raining.
I'm like, he crying. I mean, she described it.
She described. I don't
she
know.
Told all of. She said,
wait a minute.
Listen,
it was Omarion.
Listen, my man, based upon the story, my man said when she walked in, this is what my man did. When she walked in, he ran and hugged her.
Yeah, he fell on his knees. And the usher, he fell on his knees.
No, bro, no. That ain't. I'm gonna be honest with you. That I'm not. That's not in me. It's gonna be a situation of.
But she didn't have to tell all his business like that.
She told it. I hope she got permission, right? I hope she got permission. But my point is, looking at listen, every, and we're gonna talk about it in a minute. But I'm saying, I'm still questioning, why would you be afraid of her leaving you? We just got married, all because I lost a job. So now, why said she was noble? She said I went and got 2 jobs. So I applaud, baby girl.
That's what I heard. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, I didn't hear that.
I heard that.
I was like,
I heard the part where she was saying like, "Oh, I'm already thinking about overtime," because you know, in my mind, I'm like, "Yeah, like overtime." But then at the end, it was the question.
So I guess what I'm saying this, Chris, what I'm saying is this. What I'm saying is, why didn't he think? Listen to what I'm saying. I'm asking you, why didn't he think, oh, I know babe, we're gonna find a way to support me, we're gonna get through it together? Why was that not his initial thought? It was, please don't leave me. I'm asking y'all, have you all created the culture in society where men have to show up bearing gifts, or you are disqualified from being a man? What I mean is, I don't know you. I don't know you. I had never met you. But if you want to date me, not what's your character like. I'm not going to give you the time of day unless you can show me you're worth it. And what qualifies you, what makes you worth my time is, do you have a job? Now watch this. Psychologically, men don't say, well, I can't date. Listen now, we're biblical people. We love the scriptures. But hear me, y'all. Y'all do know. Y'all holler partner. Y'all holler partner, right? Y'all holler it. We partnered. I'm not no slave. I'm fearfully, wonderfully made. And that's fine. But here's what you all don't know. That if you all come to the table and you don't have a job, no man says, I can't date her, she ain't got no job.
That's it. That's true.
But you all say, we can't date him because he ain't got no job. So I'm asking, have you all created that culture where men feel as if I don't make a certain amount of money, I'm not considered. Here's the topic, y'all. I'm not considered a man.
Jesus.
I'm asking.
Yeah,
I agree.
yeah,
I agree. I agree 100% because you all have been taught and cultivated to provide, to have these jobs. And when you don't have it, you question your identity as a man. And you've said several times, men don't, when they think of marriage, they don't think of the love, the affection, oh, I have somebody to come home to. You all are thinking about, how do I provide?
Brand, Des said, she said, laugh out loud. Nah, you need a job. And what I'm saying is, what if a man said, nah, you need a job?
I think
And
that's
that's real.
fair.
That's
I think that's
fair.
fair. I don't know where that came from, that pressure, because I've even met like some of my friends, their dads giving you that same, like, hey, no, your man needs to have a job. A man saying that your man, his daughter's man needs to have a job. So I don't necessarily know if it just comes from women. I think that
That's very true.
I don't know. I'll just say this. I don't know where it comes from. I would have to do further research, but I will say I don't think it's just set from women. I just think that's just
societal pressure.
It is.
Yeah.
Because everyone is not the same and every relationship is not the same. Like even in the relationship, when I listened to all of everything that they had going on, all of those aspects, they didn't have any money already. He was a pastor of all of those things together in your mind already, you're probably thinking enough is enough for my wife, you just don't know, because like you said, she shared a limited amount of information. But I don't know if it should be just placed on women. I think that
Diamond Harrell said this: I do need a job. Women question themselves without jobs too.
Exactly. And I think nobody,
but it's not exactly though, y'all.
Nobody talks about that.
No, it's not an exactly, y'all.
Not all women.
No, listen, y'all. It's not an exactly. There are societal pressures on women. You all have societal pressures like this. If you all don't look a certain type of way,
oh God,
then y'all disqualified.
Oh, come on now.
Y'all have the pressure to make sure. Did y'all know this?
Talking good.
Listen, based upon science, the two categories, get this, there are 4 categories. There is job, there is beauty, there's children, and there's one more. According to a study, you all, the pressures that you all have, the most pressure that society puts on you, 2 things. It's not money, it's not income. Is not having occupation. The pressure of society is you all have to make sure y'all look good. Get this. So it's talking about your makeup, your hair, your physique. And if y'all don't look good, no, you ain't qualified. Think about it. You are, the average woman wouldn't be able to be the average. Listen, it's a new phenomenon that plus size women have been on magazines, been on movies, been on videos, ABC and D, models, ABC and D. The Victoria's Secret was the standard. You got to be small. You got to be to even make it. So the society puts a pressure on women to look a certain type of way. And here it is, y'all. Society puts a pressure on women that if the children end up being bad, not being successful, it ain't the daddy's fault. The daddy can leave, nobody cares. But if the children end up bad, what didn't your mama didn't raise you right?
Jesus.
Get this up. But the other categories, occupation and salary, the bulk of that pressure is on men.
Now,
so when y'all say, oh yeah, we feel bad too, it's pressure too. No. You all could not have a job and nobody gonna call you a bum for a long time. You all could be 32 years old and move back home with mama. Your mama and daddy gonna be like, why are you back home? But the world is not gonna be like, you ain't doing that with your life because you moved back home.
Now this is
nobody
true,
cares,
because all you have to do is be in school or something, and they'll be like,
as long as you listen, as long as you're doing something, she all right. But if a man moved back home with his parents, we're sitting there saying he a bomb.
Yes, that's the truth.
And get this. Here's another one, y'all. Here's another one. And if you went on a date and you all were talking and you said, I live with my mom and my dad, he'll be like, all right, bet. And you say, okay, where you live? I live with my mom and my dad. You're gonna be like,
well, why do you live with your mother and father?
It must be like somebody, one of them must be sick or something.
Right. You have to have a reason.
You gotta have a real reason. So let's not. I don't.
No, I don't think it's the same. I don't think it's the same. It's not the same.
Science proves it's not the same.
It's not the same. But I just don't know where it. I don't know where it.
It's society. Listen, it's the society that suggests. Hear me. Even when we talk about it from a spiritual context, we talk about it from Genesis and Adam, how he was. We know that text. It's not that platform for that, but we know that whole. So I think it's not something that African Americans put. It's a cultural pressure. Now here's the problem, y'all. Here's what I want to talk about. Here's where we're going to end the show. If I say to you, men are 4 times more likely than women to kill themselves and 4 times more likely to be killed. If I say in 2019, suicide rate for males was 3.7 times higher than females, the studies show that the pressures that you all have, though they are valid and though they are a reality, and we have to pay attention to it, you all are not dying at the rate that men are.
Yeah.
And so I'm asking, here's the next question, y'all. Here it is, y'all. If we're going to put, all right, if we're going to go to the field and play a football game, y'all ready? At least have water.
That's good.
Real.
Woo! All right now. Show is now that's good.
Where the outro?
That's good. Wow. Yeah.
If we're going to if we're going to go and play football, if you want me to win,
Jesus,
you ain't playing.
Yeah.
You're on the sidelines cheering. And you even have a bet going on about what team is going to play. Have you provided water for me?
Wow. So let me ask a question. What does water look like in relationships?
I'm about to fire you up now.
Come on now.
I'm serious.
No, that's a good question.
I can only imagine him if that was his reaction. Granted, they are newlyweds, right? I'm thinking, okay, he probably would have reacted the same way at year 10, give or take. What should she have provided on the front end to where his reaction was less so much of a begging, desperate state to where he was coming home to a safe place?
All right, so let me do this.
To be able to present that situation.
Let me do this. Let me do this. Ladies, I hope you're still listening to me. I don't know how many people are on, but I want you to pay attention to this. I don't care if it's 3 people. I want you to hear this. First of all, before we answer that question, Brandy, we need to help women pay attention or recognize signs that your man is dealing with pressure. We need to understand the personality of a man. We have to be taught to be expressive. What I mean is, in certain ways, we have to be taught to be expressive. You all have to understand that men, you all are allowed to express. You all are allowed to cry. It's expected. She's being a woman. That's feminine. All right. But at the same token, you have to understand too, here's my context. I was raised by a mother and a father in the same house. Get this. And my sister, of course, woman, or girl, boy. So mom, dad, girl, boy. Watch this. So I have this perspective of how parents raise genders differently. How they communicate, what's allowed, what's not allowed. All right, so watch this. If a girl cries, it's what's wrong, baby. If a boy cries, it's man up.
Absolutely. That's the truth.
Now, watch this, ladies. If you got a boy, if you're raising a boy, and I'm saying you're raising them good, meaning you ain't trying to feminize the man. You have an anticipation, you have an expectation that he's going to be a man. He's going to be a man's man. Watch this, though. You got to remember, watch this, men. Watch this, y'all. Men, you're raising boys. You know how your lady says, talk to me. It's okay to talk to me. You know how she says it's okay to cry in front of me? Well, if we emphasize man up,
Mm.
we're perpetuating that it's feminine to be expressive, to communicate, and to show emotion. Here's the problem with that. The problem with that is when we become adults, instead of communicating, showing emotion in the proper manner in front of the right people, we do the opposite. We hold everything in. Watch this, further jeopardizing our men, giving them away to the possibility of suicide because they do not have environments that they can be expressive. But where did it come from? It came from when I said to my son, stop crying.
Yeah.
Yep.
It started. So what I'm saying is we have to be careful. Put yourself, remember that your son that's 4 will be 24 and 34. And his girl is going to say, I wish he would open up.
Yeah.
And his girl's going to say, just like you want your man. I'm talking about you got a 4-year-old, but you got a man too. Just like you want your man to talk.
Break it down.
You want your man to be expressive. Yeah. But watch this, men. You got a 4-year-old or a 6-year-old or a 10-year-old boy, and you are allowing his sister to cry. But when he cries, you say, man up. Okay, and just like you wish you had a woman that you could trust enough to cry in front of, it's going to be hard for him to turn 24 and 34 and cry in front of a woman that he will have if you keep saying to him, stop crying, man up, versus saying, come here, son, it's okay to cry, but I want you to tell me why you're crying.
Absolutely. Break this down. Break it down.
It's not feminine for a man to cry. Hear this. It's not feminine for a man to cry. Get this. If you want to specify a gender and say weakness, get this. It's feminine for a man to put all the responsibility on a woman.
Yeah.
Man, come on, y'all.
Yes.
It's weak. It's not weak to cry. It's weak to give up. It's not weak to cry. It's weak to allow a woman to take care of you.
Yes.
That's it.
Nobody hear that. Nobody says that.
So hear me, y'all. I'm saying, watch this. If you want to know how to support your man, because we're killing ourselves.
Jesus.
If you want to know how to, and you got to know, hey, babe, now that we said this, y'all, now that we read the stats, you got to know, yes, you are under pressure, ladies, but society has placed more pressure on him. That y'all are not leaving home, specifically African-American women, y'all are not leaving home afraid that the police gonna kill you. But you gotta know, based upon the stats, he may not come home.
Yeah,
that's it.
That's a real.
Yes, sir.
So don't tell me you got the pressure of kids when he leaves home, he could be profiled and your kids could be fatherless.
Yes, that's it.
So with that, how do I pay attention and be more attentive to my man? How do I know? I remember, y'all, when I was in the academy, when I was graduating, the day I graduated from the academy, that graduation ceremony, my captain got up in front of all of the family members. We're sitting on the stage, and he said this. He said, when your police officers, he was talking about us, he was talking to the family. He said, what's going to happen is this: the first few months to a year, they're going to come home and tell you about everything that they're experiencing. Today, I had to chase down somebody. Today, I saw a dead body. Today, I had to, I responded to an active shooter. He said, they're going to talk to you and talk to you. He said, and then one day, they're not. One day, they're not going to share stories. He said, that's when you need to be afraid. That's when you need to become more involved. Wow. He said, because now they have become numb to what they are experiencing. And now they deal with it internally. And this is when the addictions begin. This is when, to get what I saw out of my head, you got to remember, y'all, a police officer goes to work every day and he doesn't know that he's going to get dispatched to a call, to an accident. And when he gets to that scene, he's going to see a decapitated baby. I remember when I became a police officer, my first week on the job, I responded to an accident right on Peachtree. And I think the boy was like 10. It was 5 people in the car, driver, passenger, and 3 people in the back, left, middle, right. And the 10-year-old boy was in the middle. Blood was all over the car. The little boy was he was between the dashboard and the front window, bleeding profusely. Everybody's bleeding, but I'm sitting there watching this little boy stuck in between the window and the dashboard. I remember my first time being responding. Listen, no backup. My first time seeing a person dead. So hear me. You never forget how it looks. So watch this. Here's my point. Because my captain said when they stop talking, he was trying to say to them, watch them, pay attention to them, because when they stop being expressive is when you need to be more involved. If in fact you want to help a man navigate through these times when he's silent, you want to say, how do I help him? How do I lift the burden of societal pressure? Let me give you some signs. Number 1, pay attention to this. Here it is, y'all. Irritability. Instead of complaining that he's agitated, just know, oh, okay, he's irritable. Something's going on. Number 2, constant need to stay busy. He can't sit down. What's going on with him? Number 3, short fuse, snappy. Number 3, less inclined to talk. He withdraws. It's almost like you go home and he always in the back, just sitting. He can't sleep. In the middle of the night, he's just up walking. He never comes to bed. I remember seeing my dad like that. Never, always in the middle of the night up. Fatigued, tired, loss of interest in going to the gym. When he is a person that's cognizant or he's conscious of fitness and he all of a sudden just stops, he doesn't want to go, something's going on with him. Little joy. You never see him laugh, never see him smile, not about anything. Headaches. He's always asleep or always sick. Heartburn, reduced work performance. Here's one, y'all. And here's why I'm bringing this up. Get this, y'all. Erectile dysfunction.
Wow.
Now, why is that important? Because as a man, I'm grown. As a man, what we don't realize is that's where we get our identity from, the ability to perform. But y'all don't realize that when that happens, y'all don't realize that the things that you all say may be traumatizing to us. But y'all don't realize is if we can't perform, we could be depressed. We could be depressed. We could be stressed. That we stop functioning physically if something is going on with us. So here's what I wrote down that I want women to hear, and I'll let y'all go. Watch this. Men, the world don't care. The world don't care about the pressure. The world don't care. These conversations don't change the world. They may help change the perception of a woman. She may be a little bit more understanding. Here's the truth of the matter. She still expects you to perform. She still expects you to show up. The world expects you to be a leader. And that is okay. The problem is when we don't understand that the world expects it, nobody's going to care. Nobody's singing your song. Nobody's going to hand you some money just because you've been working hard. Nobody's going to clap. The world does not care. They expect you to perform. Here's what you need to understand. You need to take your own self. You need to take yourself, your health. You need to take that into your own hands. Number 1, a man, if you're going to handle pressure better, you need to do several things. Number 1, you need to understand your identity. You need to understand that your identity is not in your occupational status. It is not in your economical status. It is not in how much money you make. You need to understand society is going to attempt to identify you. Society is going to try to tell you that you're not this unless you have this. And the truth of the matter is, until you understand how and who God made you to be, you will always be on the bandwagon of, you will be a puppet to society. If I don't have this, I'm not a man. If I don't do it like this, I'm not a man. And that's why it's important to get your identity from a higher power. Hear me. You need to know the definition of manhood, and the definition of manhood is not money.
Woo.
Tell them again, sir.
The definition of manhood is not money. Listen, man, you have to take. Pressure is going to be there. Pressure is going. We are not going to ever come to the place as men where we don't have pressure. We're going to have pressure, but how we handle it is up to us. Number one, you need identity. Number two, hear me, mental health. You need to find ways and opportunities. It is not weak to talk through things. It is not weak to have conversations. It is not weak to go to therapy. It's not weak to go to counseling. It's not weak to get spiritual guidance. It is not weak to sit down with your lady and say, I'm not in the game right now. I am overwhelmed. It is not weak. If your woman cannot handle weak moments in your life, hear this. She is not the woman for you. Number three. So I want to say this. Mental health is important. Self-care. Talk and take care of yourself. It's not weak to write it out. It's not weak to have a journal in your phone and text how you're feeling. It's not weak to walk around with a stress ball. It's not weak to do things that will help you relieve stress. It is not. Protect, man. Hear me. If you're going to be a great father, if you're going to be a great boyfriend or husband, if you're going to be a great leader, supervisor, CEO, hear me. Protect your health. Hear me. Let's go back to identity. If you don't know what your identity is beyond money, you will commit suicide if you lose everything. At some point, some of us, hear me, it's a part of life. You may hit rock bottom, but you don't have to die. You don't have to quit. You don't have to take yourself out of the game of life. Understand that. So you got to have identity, and your identity cannot be connected to possessions or people or the opinions of people. So number one, you got to have an identity. Number two, you need to take care of your mental health. Number three, masculinity is not limited to the timbre of your voice or your physicality. Masculinity, hear me. Masculinity is the commitment to yourself and commitment to the people that you love. That's masculinity. Owning responsibility. Masculinity is not, get this, y'all. Masculinity is not your ability to fix a broken car, to change. Listen, it behooves you to know how to change your oil or change a tire. But masculinity is not limited to bass in your voice. They're some of the most genius. Listen, there are some of the most prolific and genius singers that are not bass singers. So masculinity could not be in the timbre of my voice, but is rather in the commitment that I have to making sure that I show up with purpose in life, and I am accountable and responsible to the people I love. So understanding that masculinity is not in your ability to throw a ball or fix. I want a man that can fix a cabinet. Well, go get you one. But every man is not a guy. Listen, you ain't about to get, but I'm not fixing nothing. But I'm about to throw something.
What did you want to say, sir?
Yeah, release.
But listen, yeah. I'm just trying to say. I wish I could say it. God, I wish I could say it.
Don't say it.
I can't say it. I can't see it, boy. But listen to me. Listen, I'm a man, but I'm not about to fix. Oh, I want a man that can fix a cabinet. Well, I ain't your man then, because I'm not fixing it. Here's why. Because if I fix it, it's gonna be backwards. Do you want it fixed?
Father God, backwards.
Do you want it fixed right, or do you want a man to fix it?
Come on now.
That's real.
So masculinity is not in his ability to work with his hands. Mm-hmm. Masculinity is his ability to show up to life. Wow. That's it. Be committed. That's masculinity. Here it is, y'all. A good woman, men, find you a good woman. If you want to handle pressure better, find you a good woman. Now here it is, Brand. You asked this question. A good woman is observant. You can't be observant of him if you only care about your doggone self. Ooh. So you will never be able to recognize the signs that I just described if you are so into him paying attention to you. Jesus. The man may be, listen, he may be at his wit's end, but because you are so consumed with him complimenting your hair, you don't recognize that the man is about to lose it.
Woo.
So a good woman is observant. She's not consumed. You didn't say anything about my perfume. Well, one of the signs of a man not handling pressure well is he's sick. He stopped up. He couldn't smell it. That's why.
Jesus. Wow.
Congested. Sickly. Because he going through. So observe. Watch him. Pay attention to him. Number 3, hear this, ladies. Listen. Create an environment where he knows my girl is going to listen. One of the things I do like about that story is they made an agreement. They're not going to text. They are going to call each other when it's an emergency. If you want to be a good woman, ladies, listen to him. Here's another one, y'all. If you want to be a good woman, be a partner. Be a partner. So do not, watch this. How do I be a partner? Don't listen. The Bible says that you all are the weaker vessel. Weaker does not mean y'all are weak in mind. It was talking about physicality. So partnership is this. I'm not going to put a demand on you that I am not expecting myself to meet.
Yes.
We, not he. We, not he. Partnership. So men, a good woman, you need to hear this. A good woman is willing to help. Let her help. She a good woman if she want to help. What I love about baby girl here, first lady, is she went and I got 2 jobs.
2.
Let her help. Let her help until you get back in the game. I don't want no help. But that's an athlete saying, when we get to the locker, don't get on this table and let a therapist stretch you out. Let the therapist help. Did that make sense?
That makes
Yes.
sense.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So we understand it from an athleticism perspective. When you go in the locker, there's some way y'all call them physical therapists and all that stuff. You can't do it on your own. You didn't go to school for it. So get this. If she's better with money, let her help.
Yes.
I handle the money. Let her help. You can't count to 4. Man, I'm about to go. Let her help. That's a good woman. Here it is, y'all. Men, be honest. Don't lie. It's okay to say I ain't okay today.
Wow.
That's how you can handle pressure better.
Jeez.
It's okay to say I ain't okay today, but I'm going to get through it. Honesty. Here it is, y'all. Men, great diet. Stop eating red meat. It takes days for red meat to digest in your system.
Jesus.
And as it's breaking down, if in fact there's one parasite in it, it will get in your body and create cancer.
Ooh.
Keep your diet on 10. Make sure it's phenomenal so you can handle life better.
Wow.
Green, hear me, y'all. Here's a suggestion. If you don't know how to eat well, if you don't know how to choose the right foods to eat, here's a suggestion. Don't ever eat in the middle of the grocery store. Only eat on the outside of the grocery store.
Woo.
Yeah.
So you walk in, if you want to know what's healthy for you, only shop the outskirts of the grocery store.
Yeah.
Everything in the middle gonna kill you.
Come on now. Ooh, that's good.
Sugar.
That is good.
Yes, sir.
Why? Because everything on the out, it's not processed for the most
Yes.
part.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So think like that. If you don't know how to shop and eat healthy,
Wow.
don't go to the middle unless you're going to the grain section.
Yeah.
Does it make sense? Protect your diet. Here's another one. Physical fitness. Do squats, man. Here's why. If you want to make sure you never have erectile dysfunction,
Help them.
make sure you do squats. Blood flow goes to the genitalia. So if you can train your lower body to always keep blood flow, you'll never have a problem with an erection. Hello?
Let me check the comments.
Squats. Get this, y'all. Men love to do upper body. But your upper body doesn't have an erection, does it?
Oh.
Does it? Squats. Here it is, y'all. Men, find a support system. Find people you can be honest with. Find people that want to see you win. Find people that's not always criticizing your performance, rather they are encouraging you. Number last, spiritual guidance. Man, if you want to handle pressure better, go to church, meditate, whatever your religious preferences are, dedicate to it. This is not the platform to say, hey, what God you should choose, but be committed to whatever God you do choose. Yeah. And lastly, find your purpose, man. Find your purpose, dog. Bye. Your boy had a good time tonight.
Yes, sir.
Welcome to Bandwidth, yo. Go and be great. Whatever you do, don't forget to be aligned to it. Yeah, boy. Man, thank y'all for being on the show tonight, man. Y'all say something to the people.
Such
Say
an honor.
Appreciate y'all, man.
Oh, my gosh.
You have us today.
I know.
That's it.
Man, thank y'all, man.
Thank
y'all
you.
do me a favor. Could y'all subscribe to my channel, please? Your boy trying to blow up, Shawake. Bandwidth is dope. Man, I think, listen, y'all, I honestly think that this time next year, I have some things brewing.
Ooh.
I think this time next year, I may be a millionaire.
You will be.
You will be a millionaire.
There's no may about it.
Multi-millionaire.
Hop on the bandwidth now.
How many millions do you want next year? Is really the question.
That's
You
the
want
question.
1, 2, 3, 10?
You'll be a millionaire next year.
Definitely.
I receive it, man. Yo, and I receive this too. I want y'all to receive this. Y'all gonna be millionaires too.
See, that's
I
Y'all
got
don't
our
believe it. Y'all should have saw when I said Hey, hold this on.
I did not do that.
Man, I love y'all, man. Stay encouraged. We got 83 more days before the end of the year, man. Be a lion, kill it. Stay focused.